Today, I want to talk about a controversial topic: monopolies. Specifically, are monopolies always bad for the consumer? Take the case of the Indian Energy Exchange, or IEX. For all practical purposes, it is a monopoly in India's power markets. The other two exchanges, HPX and PXIL, together hold less than 10% of the market share. So the question is that necessarily a bad thing? Is it something we need to actively work towards changing? Let's start with why monopolies are considered harmful. A monopoly becomes a problem when the quality of service deteriorates, prices rise, and consumers have no alternative. But does that actually apply to IEX? IEX is not free to charge whatever it wants. It is strictly regulated by the electricity regulator, which has clearly prescribed that IEX cannot charge more than 2 paise per unit of power traded as its commission. To put that in perspective, the average market price of a unit of electricity in India is around 5 rupees. At that price, IEX charges just 2 paise from the buyer and 2 paise from the seller. That's less than 1% of the cost of power from both sides combined. Now compare that with the cost of simply transmitting electricity, not even distributing it, just moving it from one high voltage point to another. Transmission losses alone average about 4%, which works out to roughly 20 paise per unit. And the actual transmission charges are around 1 to 1.5 rupees per unit. That's 30 to 40 times more than what IEX charges as its commission. So when you weigh the service IEX provides against what it charges, the value equation is clear. The service is reliable and the cost is minimal. The regulator also has the ability to cap IEX's pricing and has exercised that power. In fact, the regulator allows pre-exchange physical power traders like PTC, NVVN, etc. to charge up to 7 paise, which is much more than what IEX charges. In nearly 18 years of operation, there has not been a single recorded observation by the regulator of a deficiency in IEX's service, or at least I am not aware of it. Given all of this, the push to implement market coupling, essentially redistributing market share across the power exchanges, seems to be a misplaced priority. The energy and resources spent on that effort would yield far greater results if directed instead toward reducing transmission and distribution losses, curbing electricity theft, or rationalizing subsidies across consumer groups. When the regulator's attention is finite, it matters where that attention goes. And in this case, the data suggests it may be pointed in the wrong direction.